as I choke. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Don't drink water, guys. It's bad for you. Everybody that's ever drunk water has died. Okay?
I think breathing water is the problem that we're having.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's where I was confused.
Really
Sorry, you're supposed to drink it, not breathe it.
Don't
You're right.
breathe
You're right.
water.
Yeah, don't breathe water. Sorry. I reached in to try and grab a percentile and grabbed 2d8s.
That's a partial success.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody have any inspirational quotes they want to say? Asked and answered. Got it. Let's do it.
No,
Anybody have anything inspirational to say? Silence.
Was that something we were supposed to have prepared?
No. I was just wondering if, I don't know. It was just a wild hair.
Just assumed we were better at improv than we are.
No way.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 21 of RPGs Anonymous. I am Zachary, your DM. Take it away.
I'm not supposed to be quiet anymore.
No, you're good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm Aaron.
Supposed to do
playing
the opposite.
Carl this evening.
I am Shane, Goose, baby.
I'm Jacob. I'll be playing Tyke.
I am the newly christened BeraZed.
What happened last time? What happened? Let's see. You guys are in an ISCorp dungeon. I know you guys blasted through a couple of levels by melting the floor. What else is going on?
That turned out good.
Still pretty proud of that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I mean, it only lit a small chemical fire that almost killed all of us. It did great.
Turns out it was a lab that we were in.
Yep. You guys blasted down through into a lab, a physics lab, and then into a chem lab. There's a giant bad fire. You guys found some alchemical supplies. Poking around with that, there was some interesting stuff going on with the research center, which we will definitely be talking about in just a minute. We also found out that things are not going particularly well outside of the blackout zone, a few hours east of here, where your guys' thousands of people's crowd distraction thing is coming to a head. People going crazy. There's some people being detained. The Garfield High School football team and marching band just showed up to try and ram into the barricade and get us through. And we saw some disturbing looking, familiar distortions in the air behind them, which we have not seen the result of just yet. And at the very end, Zed found some footage, a file on a computer, about some not so great stuff.
No. At the very end, I blew a door into a hallway with a stick.
That's true. You did do that.
Yep.
But as that was happening, Zed saw some not great footage of his brother being experimented upon, which he happens to also be Carl's star quarterback. And that birthed BeraZed, the raging hybrid form between Zed and BeraZed, who after Carl blasted a door down, started stomping off into the hallway. So I want to, before we super get into that, the BeraZed stuff, I want to pull a tarot card for Ajax, because Ajax is going to have to respond to what is going on with BeraZed, and this is not a thing that he's used to, and I want to see how he's handling it. So let's pull that card, see what's going on.
And for those who don't know, Ajax is a standard poodle.
Yep, standard black poodle. He is the love and joy and animal companion of Nick's character Zed. Seeing Zed weird and angry and half BeraZed like this is probably not great for him.
Not great.
So we got the Knight of Swords though, which is a soldier whose profession is arms, skillfulness, capacity, address, promptitude.
Okay. So to resolve this, I have a question about Ajax. It can be a stat question. It can be not like a narrative thing. I want to know how smart or clever Ajax is.
Ajax has an intellect of 2.
Okay, that's pretty darn good. And if I remember correctly,
but he's only got a
human.
cunning of 1, so he's not very like cunning.
Okay,
but yeah, he's got an intellect of 2. He's a smart.
Yeah,
dog.
that's a pretty smart dog.
His intellect is higher than Goose's.
Okay, all right, that's all we need to know. And if I remember correctly, in the episode where the bottle episode, the world building episode, when you played Ajax, he chewed through a wall. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
He was scratching and he weakened it and then blasted through it. I think that's clever enough. So I think Ajax is going to pick up on the fact that BeraZed is not in a good way. I think this looks like him whining for a second and then growling. And I think he sort of like his hackles raise, and I think he starts like looking for something, like just poking around in this room. Again, you guys are in this big chem lab. BeraZed was standing in this like alchemical area looking through stuff. I am interested in Ajax finding something right now that he thinks at least is going to help him help BeraZed.
Okay. And
what do you think
would
that
be a perception?
Let's call that a.
He's probably just sniffing around. Okay. Again, he's not very cunning. So that's
what do we think it looks
green.
like?
Maybe it's like one of the workers left a snack that is Dr. Zed's favorite snack.
Okay.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah, let's call this easy, upgraded twice for it being ISCorp. So 1 red, 1 purple.
Okay. That's the sound of dice, folks. 3 failures and an advantage.
Okay, very good. So he does not find something that is going to help BeraZed. That's what like for sure 100%. He does find some. I think he's going to find something though that is roughly advantageous to the group, and I think I know what this looks like. So instead of finding something that maybe can calm BeraZed down, help him out, do whatever. I think
could it be something?
Ajax.
Could it be something that roughly has traces of Zed's brother?
It could. Well, the reason I don't know about that is because that's like that. All of that stuff is like digital. Like all that information would be digital, and I think I actually have an idea about this. Okay. I think so. Again, you guys were in this alchemical area. I think what Ajax finds is they're rooting around this place, and they find, I think, a bottle of something, a substance. I think they find a chemical substance. And strictly speaking, I don't think this is helpful for BeraZed, but I think it will be cool. And I think they pop the cork on this thing. And they are determined to do something Ajax is determined to do something. And I think they start lapping up this liquid.
We shouldn't be letting them do that, should we?
100% not. Yeah. I think Goose, you notice this and you say that. And as you do that, you can see the substance has this, again, these alchemical substances have like a faint glow. So it's like glowing slightly green. And I think the pallor of his skin sort of starts to take on this glow as well. And so Ajax starts to glow just a little bit green. And then I think he's gonna get bigger. I think he grows in size. I think so. He glows green like this. And at first it's just like his fur is like fluffier and whatnot, but then like he starts to grow and fill it out, and like he gets all like muscly, and I think he goes to the size of like a large wolf, maybe just shy like warg runt sort of size. Like he gets big, and I think he looks a little bit vicious, and the glow sort of like encompasses him, and I think he's going to run after BeraZed. And all of this happens very quickly because BeraZed, Carl, you smash down this door, and I think you are shoved out of the way as BeraZed walks through it. I'm guessing, and immediately the two of you see down the hallway is a team of people. They are not super prepared for the door getting busted down, but they do seem to be in tack armor and going around looking for you. And you can see that they have a few of those floating drones with them that are just flashing red lights, and they have these like spotlights, and they seem to be very actively looking for you. When the door blasts down, they all sort of like turn towards your group and sees BeraZed barreling towards them. And I would like everybody to roll vigilance for initiative.
Nice.
Alrighty.
That is uncontested
It's been a hot
vigilance.
minute.
Yeah, it has. Yes, uncontested vigilance. In case you guys forgot,
Well,
I want to know what you guys want Fitz to be doing during this. Do you want him to be actually in initiative, or do you want him to like just be chilling, or what?
I would say an initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
If he's just chilling in the corner,
I guess-
Goose is going to like fire a couple warning shots above his head.
I guess the question is, has he been in this room before? Is it surprising to Fitz?
He has 100% not been in this room before.
So
I think ever since you guys came down the like rope, you guys have just seen like a very like light surprise, but like stoic surprise on his face. He's just been kind of observing.
So is he
Okay.
chasing after Zed to get out of a scary room, or is he still a little in awe?
I think he's taking a defensive position. He's staying near the group at large, so he's like chilling next to Tyke and Goose right now, just sort of
So I got a
being
1.5.
1.5. Okay, perfect. That is a lot of advantages.
Yep. BeraZed got 1.4 and Ajax got 3.2.
I'm sorry, but, is the point advantage? I've lost what the point is.
One success. Yeah.
And an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. No, someone's going to have to explain that to me.
Same
more.
here, Jacob. I'm lost.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Okay.
You guys,
When I said that,
yeah, y'all can
Like
ignore
the
that. That's
one-
for me. Basically, the first number is the number of successes. The second number is the number of advantages, because it doesn't like basically that's what the so like a 1.2 will go after a 1.3. Like the more advantages you get, the quicker you go. Essentially, it's just a
Okay.
shorter way of doing it. You can say this many advantages, this many successes.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't
like,
matter.
did we just miss something
Yeah,
about like?
that was terminology I brought back from my old Edge of the Empire days in college.
So
Yeah,
how
and
do
I
you
did-
how do you denote a
Okay.
disadvantage?
You shouldn't
well,
get disadvantages. It's
unopposed,
uncontested.
So
Oh, okay. Uncontested
Yeah.
doesn't have them. I get it.
Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah, this
great.
is the
Yeah.
only roll that's like
Whew.
this.
Well, mine's a 4.4.
Holy what?
Yeah, son of a.
So I have high
Wow.
willpower, and then you gave me
Jeez.
two blue.
Carl's over here with a 1.1 going, what just happened?
The blue helps.
Yeah,
well,
the
we
blue.
get to go
the,
in whatever turner we want, so it's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
Basically.
Tyke is like, I got this. Zoom. I think it's more
Okay,
along the
so-
lines of the door opens and Tyke goes, there's danger here.
So for
He
full
passes
clarity,
out a lot, but when he's awake, he's awake.
Head on a
swivel.
dude, and I'm gonna be not awake. Like,
so fast, I know.
Shortly.
That's
Yeah.
why I gave you that talent, because I knew it was gonna happen. Like, I wouldn't have given it to you if I wasn't like, he's gonna use this.
Yeah, it makes me wish I had a strain injection. Just wake up.
Okay.
I kind of want to see BeraZed go first.
Yeah, I think that 100% has to happen. BeraZed, before you charge down this hallway, is there anything you want to establish with the metric F ton of advantages y'all have?
I think the hallway is very narrow, and so only one person at a time can get a line of sight. I think that's a good one. So yeah, we can only be shot at by the front person and maybe the second person, but the third person can't.
Let me look at this map here real quick, just to make sure. You guys are here. The only problem I have with
advantages.
The only problem I have with that is I think let me slightly shift this. I think because they're sort of in 4 different groups in this room, and so like I think if like anybody in the hallway, if they're like only one person on your guys' team can be targeted at a time, because the hallway wouldn't allow line of sight past it. Will that work?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they're sort of like grouped up in a room.
Yeah, or just impose a bunch of black dice on them because they're terrified.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah. We can do add 2 black dice if they're like shooting past people into the hallway. That's cool. All right, BeraZed, you are charging down this hallway. I think Ajax is hot on your heels as well. But there are 4 groups of these people, 2 groups of people in tack armor and 2 groups of drones. They are moving around this small room. It's like a 15 by 30 foot room or so. And it seems to be, let me pull up what it is because I forgot. This is biolabs. Okay, so this is I think this is where there are some, like, this looks like a medical lab essentially. They're very, very much similar to the 2 things that you guys have been through before already, but now there are like actual like biological specimens. There's some like petri dishes with, you know, weird stuff growing out of them. There's like a case in the corner that has like a bunch of weird stuff, and there's like maybe like a little mouse maze off in the corner as well. Looks like biolabs, and everything again is flashing with this dark red alert light, and the lights are dim. What do you do, sir?
I charge just straight at the first guy.
Excelente. I assume that's going to be the guys in tack armor. So I think there are 4 dudes in each grouping of tack, and 3 drones in each group of drones. So they're in charge of the first group.
Okay.
So that will be straight up 2 for the thing. What am I talking about? 2 for melee, right? You're doing melee. 2 difficulty.
Yep.
2 difficulty for melee, upgraded twice for ISCorp.
Okay.
Dice. This is a combat episode.
One of those. It's 2 hits and 1 advantage.
Okay. How much damage is that? What's your base damage?
That is 5 damage with the claws. So 6 because it's 2 successes, right?
Okay, 6 total.
Extra +1 for each damage. Yeah.
Okay.
For each success.
And what are you going to do with the advantage?
I want to toss this guy, like just run my arm right through him and just kind of push him into the guy behind him. So that guy's going to get a black die.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you don't quite take this guy down. You're very close, but both of these dudes will have black die to all of their stuff when they add into to the next stuff. Which will bring us to the next PC slot. I think I want Ajax to go here. And I think I want Ajax to do a very similar thing to what BeraZed just did.
Nice.
Let's see. I didn't actually think about what to do mechanically with that thing. So why don't we increase all of his like physical stats by 1? Based off the base.
Okay.
For as long as this thing is affecting him. However long that
Can his intelligence go down by 1 so I'm not literally dumber than our dog?
It's so good that he's smarter than you, though, because it makes this very Scooby-Doo. The only problem is that makes you Shaggy and it doesn't make Nick Shaggy. And you know, I don't know, but it's just so delicious. I like it so much. Maybe his presence goes down by 1 or something.
That's his. Yeah, that makes sense. His presence is only a 2. So
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, his presence goes down by 1. He's not quite. People will look and be like, oh, that's a big dog.
Oh, that's a
I don't
big
know if
green
I want to
dog.
go pet
Yeah.
him. Yes, big green glowing dog. I don't know if I want to pet him. I mean, he's still very cute, but
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. Yeah, so people would be less. Yeah. Do the attack with the dog now.
Woof.
Yeah, so this is a bite, and he's going to use his duelist talent,
Okay.
which will give him an extra blue die, because that's a thing. You gave me experience points to play with, and I played with them.
The dog can dual wield pistols, and I can't. Great. No, duelist as in
no.
one-on-one combat, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one-on-one combat. So,
Okay.
like, what duelist does is it allows him to add a blue die as long as he's only engaged with a single opponent.
So Ajax pulls out a white glove and slaps him.
Yep,
whatever.
pretty much.
Well,
and if he's engaged with
hold on,
3 or more...
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd be engaged with the group, so you guys would have to isolate. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll take the 1 black die. That's fine. And it's 2 red, you said?
1 red, 1 purple.
1 red, 1 purple. Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I might have said 2 red before. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Those cancel out. We have 5 successes and a threat.
Dog's angry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy goodness gracious.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like in the movies where the giant wolf monster just clamps onto the guy's face. That's what happened.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So with 5 successes, what's the total damage?
So it's the same as Claws. So his brawn, because you buffed him, is a 5. So 5 plus 1 for each success. So 10 points of damage.
Rawr.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think BeraZed like grabs this dude and like his iron claws go of the big arm like stab into this dude's chest. He throws him into this other dude, and immediately as that happens, Ajax leaps over him and just clamps on one of their faces and smashes him into another one and just like destroys both of them. So there's now
Nice.
one of the guy that you threw one into is still up. He has a black die, but the one that you damaged and another one are just completely out of the fight.
Nice.
Ajax be vicious. And that will bring us to the third PC slot. Who wants to take it?
I run behind the door for cover and use an ability that I picked up. That is, let's see, Cunning Snare. Once per encounter, as an action, may create a trap. Any other character who moves to engage range of the trap must make an opposed vigilance versus survival check to avoid the harm of the ill effect. And I think I want that basically to look like I eyeball like a fire extinguisher on the wall a few feet in front of one of the groups, and if they move up, like come towards us basically, I shoot it in an attempt to blind them.
Okay.
Nice.
So okay. So if they move towards you, they have to do a vigilance against your survival
Yes.
to avoid the. Okay, so what would be the ill effect, quote unquote? Like they're like blind. Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's your action, and you maneuvered up closer. So I'm gonna go to NPCs. I think that will be the NPCs that have been gouged down pretty badly because they want to do that thing. I mean, I think they're just gonna level weapons at you. Like that. That makes sense to me. There are only 2 of them left, so this is gonna be less easy for them. They have these like large you actually saw them before. The guy that you fought, the counter dude, Quinn, he had this like big rifle thing that's kind of like electric-y and has like these weird tech stuff. It doesn't like exactly shoot bullets, but it's not exactly like a laser gun also. It's I guess it'd be like a rail gun or something like that, but it's like the assault rifle version of it. They're gonna level that at you, and I'm gonna roll some dice. What the heck? Okay, there we go.
Oh no, he's rolling dice.
Oh no, I'm rolling dice. They're not particularly good at this, though, I will say. And this is going to be at BeraZed. What is your melee range defense?
0, because you
0,
burned my
okay.
goat.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, so actually at this moment, BeraZed is shirtless, wearing khaki cargo pants and combat boots.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
and goggles.
with one big red arm. Okay, so they got 2 successes. This is not great. 1. Oh, that's fun. Okay, 2 successes. So damage 8 plus the 2 successes. So that is 10 damage. Coming at you, my boy. As they just level and light you
4.
up. Yep, reduced by your soak.
So I took 6.
That sounds about right.
Or you said 8 or 10.
10 total, reduced by your soak.
Okay. Yeah. So that hurt.
Yeah, definitely, and that will bring us to a PC slot. Is it, Carl or
I'm
Tyke?
gonna burn some of those advantages and grab a double handful of random vials as I leave the room, and I'm going to chuck those vials at those guys holding rifles.
I love it. I love
at first
it.
I thought you said chug. I'm gonna chug those.
Chug those vials.
Those are getting thrown.
It worked for the dog.
Yeah, just roll.
I want to glow green.
Roll, I guess, ranged light, just like an agility check, basically, against just straight up 2 purple.
Okay, yeah, I don't have range, so just straight agility. 2 purple, 2 green. Here we go. Unless I just happen to be close to Goose, so I don't think so. I think I ran by.
Yeah.
Oh. 2 failures, 1 disadvantage.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, no.
That's the baddest you can get on those dice.
No, there's worse. You could get worse, but yeah.
Well, you can't get a despair, so it's about as bad. Okay. You definitely fail in getting this on them, getting this attached to them. I think the threat is that you're exposed to it.
Weapons at me. Oh.
I mean, I guess it could be Zed. I'm going to give you the option, actually, since it's not a lot of threats. I'm going to give you whether it's going to be either you or Zed, or BeraZed, or Ajax is going to be exposed to this substance.
I was going to be throwing them on the move, so I was going to get there the next chance I had and attack these guys with melee. So I was going to use those as a ranged weapon.
Okay.
So it's not me.
So it's not you. So yeah, all right. Then yeah, BeraZed or Ajax.
Oh God, I rolled that. Okay, I rolled Zed.
Okay, all right. Cool.
I know. I used the dice.
For shame. Let's see.
Don't murder the healer.
I think it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be. I have 2 options here.
What kind of tarot cards do we have up? This feels like a time to pull a tarot card.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking at.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm just gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure.
He's making sure.
You have a talent.
He's making sure.
He has a talent where he doesn't throw it his friend.
Nope, I don't. I need a different skill for that to affect.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
All right.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We have either the Knight of Swords, soldier, etc., or fair man, goodness, kindness, liberality, generosity. So basically, in my opinion, I think this goes one of two ways. This either shunts him closer to Zed or closer to BeraZed, in a bad way either way. And so depending on which one, what do you guys think?
I think towards BeraZed.
I was
heightened state of emotion.
I was actually going to propose do like, how different are Zed and BeraZed's stats? We could have them roll against each other.
That's not a bad idea.
Figure out who takes more control.
Yeah.
I actually really like this. Let's do do straight up discipline against discipline. Have Zed be the proficiency die, and BeraZed be the difficulty die.
Internal strife.
Yeah, exactly. Internal strife. I think we've done this before anyway, so this is good. So technically, a successes would be like towards Zed, and failures and threats are towards BeraZed.
Okay. So fun times. It's a straight wash with a despair and a triumph.
Holy cow.
What the hell?
I think he stays pretty... Oh, I don't want to tell you how to spin the despair.
Yeah, no.
Could he get the worst traits of both?
But he got a triumph too.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking
can we take the triumph and make them not acid so they don't eat his skin?
Yeah. I think this doesn't. I think part of the triumph is this. This isn't going to hurt him necessarily, but I think what this means is that you are still very new to this hybrid form, and I think the hybrid form is going to slightly morph into basically be like the two sides of you are both so strongly vying for control and so strongly succeeding right now that I think it's going to okay. I think we have two options, and I'm gonna leave this to you. Either for a very, very short amount of time, they separate physically, or the form becomes something really bizarre and is like the worst bits of each of them. And you basically I don't know exactly what that looks like, but you basically would take on the worst traits or the least optimal traits of each. So you would be like Zed's really, really deep pacifism, but also you would have the anger of BeraZed behind that, so you'd be really angry but really not able to do anything about it.
Passive aggressive person
yes
you've ever met.
Yes, and you'd be probably as athletic as Zed, but you would be you would, I don't know, there'd be you would have the aesthetics of BeraZed, so you'd look really awful. So that's probably what that would look like. Or you can physically separate for a very, very short amount of time.
We're gonna talk about how I feel, and it's gonna hurt a lot.
Yes.
Can I just say true. I'm imagining this is for our friend Nick to decide, but I'm imagining basically when Goku is fighting Boo and he's trying to pick someone to fuse with. Yep. And he looks at Hercules, Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
At least he knows basic martial arts. Yeah. No, I think it's a twin situation. So there are now 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 heads, fully transformed. And it's just a disgusting, hideous creature. He's a centaur now because he's got 4 legs. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the back legs are BeraZed's legs because they got the reverse knees.
Because they go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the exactly the right amount of horrifying. Etten centaur, weird 2-headed giant thing. That's gross and horrible. So man,
I hope this never gets animated.
Me
Like,
too.
And
Yeah,
Zed
that's
is just screaming like,
We don't need fan art of this episode.
No.
yeah. We can figure out mechanics when it's your turn again.
Yeah.
And then I assume, Carl, that you're going to use your maneuver to get closer. Also,
Yeah, the
Continue
goal
to
was
get
to
closer?
throw this stuff at range, then move in and advance and
That-
pummel.
that will bring you to short range with everybody. And then we'll move on. Oh boy, we'll move
Chat is
on
wonderful.
to I believe the final PC slot.
Yeah. So how many of these tactical guys are still up with their guns leveled?
So there are 2 groups. Both groups had 4 in them. One group is now down to 2. There are also 2 groups of drones.
Okay. How are they in relationship to each other?
They're like there's like it's like a 15-foot by 30-foot like lab room. There is one group of drones right next to each group of the tactical people. One group of the mooks are on one side of the room, one group is on the other side, and you guys are coming through a doorway on one side of the room. So one group is on the other side of the room, but they still have like line of sight on Carl and Zed, but not so much Goose and you.
This is what I want to do, and I'm still not sure if it sounds like it's possible, because like
You have to roll dice.
I don't think I tracked you. I'm going to have to roll dice. I want to use mind over matter to just sort of take all the the group of drones and tac guys that we're engaged with and sort of just throw them into the other group.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I think
1 difficulty upgrade for each target.
yes. So that would be.
That would be too many.
It'd be 5
Yeah.
upgrades, basically. And I'd probably
Yeah.
put it not too bad, like hard plus ISCorp. But that's 7 upgrades from hard, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, let's just do the 2 tactical guys that are standing. Let's just do the 2 of them.
Yes.
And I'll throw them into the drones that are closest to us.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
yes.
4 times.
What? No. So I'm not
Total.
trying to.
Yeah, 2 because of ISCorp, and then 2 for each target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So 2 from. So yeah. I'll keep that since they're right there. You're not moving them nearly as far. I'll put it at average and then upgraded 4 times. So that's 2 red and 2 purple.
2 red, 2 purple. Okay.
Since you're not like moving a bunch of people across a room, you're just kind of like basically trying to smash these 2 guys into the drones.
Yeah, this is definitely not my forte. I should have just tried to hack the drones. I'm dumb. I'm like so much better at that. So much better. Okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine the internal struggle with Carl right now? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't go like I thought. Pretty sure.
Why did I throw those things? I should have just used my magic.
I should have just.
These are like normal people trying to do the action hero thing.
Oh,
That's right.
So
In reality
Yep.
happening.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense now, actually.
I got 2 successes and 1 disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I think so I'm going to let you actually let's see. Which would you prefer between doing damage to these people and like making them less like basically debuffing them, I guess would be the word.
I think I will choose debuffing.
Okay. So I think what that means, like you're definitely going to debuff these guys, but there's going to be like a trade-off. So I think you are going to take the 2 guys out of it, but I think what that does is it's going to bring the drone, like it's going to have the drones target you specifically. So the 2 guys are going to like be like slammed into these drones, but the drones are like just fast enough. They just kind of like move out of the way. So they like fly forward and onto the floor. And so they're prone and it's going to take them a maneuver to stand. So they can't aim. And they're going to have a black die the next round. But these drones are like, oh, this guy's a threat. And they're going to turn and shoot on you. Let me find them.
Wow, they're just might not be a Tyke anymore.
Uh-oh. What are your
You can
wounds
only
at?
die by crits in Genesis. You'll be fine.
I
Yeah.
can only
Unless we just like let them shoot your downed body for like 4 turns.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to die in Genesis. Okay, they're not
a lot.
too good at this. Twice. Okay. What is your range melee defense?
1.
Okay, cool. So they're at short with you. All right, you have. They're probably going to hit you, but it's probably also not going to be too bad.
Okay.
Wow, that is a lot of threats. Okay, so
Oh no, that's terrible.
3 successes and 3 threats. So you are going to take some damage, which is not that bad. It's going to pierce 2, though. What does Vicious do, guys?
Oh.
It adds 10 to crits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to pierce 2, so it's going to ignore 2 of your soak, so you're going to take 7, ignore 2 soak. And disadvantages, threats. What? That's a lot of threats. Well, it's not, I guess it's not a lot. It's 3. I think I'm gonna make one of their guns jam immediately. Like we actually, the last time you guys were here, Tyke did something and got a triumph, and a bunch of these drones had no ammo. So I think whoever is responsible for these drones has just been totally screwing up lately. Yeah, go ahead.
How many threats do they get?
3.
Yeah, I have an ability called Forgot to Count. When an opponent makes a ranged combat check, usually against me, spend 2 of the threat to cause them to run out of ammo.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's perfect. There we go. Yeah, so one of these drones is not able to shoot anymore. The other one is fine, but yeah, so you take that. One of these drones is not able to shoot anymore. And that is another. I think I actually technically skipped the NPCs. So this is this would be Fitz's turn. What do you guys want Fitz to do?
Fitz doesn't have any weapons or combat capabilities.
Yeah, I'd like Fitz to throw a medieval spear, please.
You'd have to provide him with the medieval spear.
We have never stated that he gave Goose back his knife.
That's
that he gave to him. So
that's
he still
true.
has the knife.
He still has Goose's knife. He also, I mean, if you guys just want him to do a combat thing, he can do a combat thing.
No, I got it. So Fitz knows something on that computer upset Zed, and he's going to download the files.
Oh, that's a good idea,
from that computer.
That's cool. Okay, yeah. I'm going to do that then real quick.
Combat sounds bad.
Really
clickety, 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 clickety.
Clickety, clack, clack, clack. Luckily, this is open.
Because we're here for
so
information.
So that bullshit. So just
yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a wild success. Yeah, he's good. Okay, so all right, cool. He is downloading some info. That's a good usage of time, and that is the final NPCs. Why do I only have 3 groups of NPCs here?
I don't know.
I know I rolled for 4. I'm just going to put the last one at the end then. Cool. Okay, so the drones have gone, the guys have gone. I don't know how I got things all sorts of confused, but drones and guys have both gone. So the other drones and guys have gone. So they're going to move into short range of the rest of you. And I think they're
off my trap.
Yes, the guys are going to set off the trap 100% because they're going to go towards you. The drones are going to focus on the people in the room. But yeah, what's your survival?
Survival is 3 green and a yellow.
It's pretty epic.
Okay.
It's Goose.
That is really quite good, sir.
Cunning.
I don't think they're going to succeed this. Oh wait, hold on. What did I didn't add the what? That's the wrong die. Hold on. Sorry.
So,
okay, there we go. Yeah, they That is a 100%. Nope. That is 1 failure. So yeah, they spring your trap. and they are blind. I'll say probably for a round. So they effectively can't shoot this round. You are watching them. They walk through. They step next to this fire extinguisher, and as he has done a few times in the past, Goose shoots it. It explodes all over them, and they have all this fire extinguisher goop all over them. And they'll have to. I think they're going to use the rest of their maneuver to start like cleaning it up, but they're unable to do anything else this round. So just the last drone group remaining, who I believe is going to go towards the big beefy dude in the center of the room. So
The dog, or
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I guess Carl's standing up.
no, it's gonna be the BeraZed,
the mutant
because
horror.
yeah, the big mutant horror thing in the middle of the room, because it's just terrifying. And I already forgot how to shoot with these guys. Do 3. Okay, there we go.
Well, if they light him up too bad, he might not be standing next round.
Do you have does your man gotta figure this out? Normal difficulty is 2. Trying to think if you have any defense in this or not. I'm gonna say probably not. That I don't know.
That's a
that
giant
makes sense.
horrid
I'm just gonna
monster. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll this straight up, and we're just gonna see what happens. It's not great. They don't hit you, but they do generate an advantage. So, oh boy, what's advantageous for the drones at this point? How? I mean, they unfortunately don't have to do that, really. So that's a cool thing. But I think I think it has to do with BeraZed, and his reaction to this thing. What is the worst thing that BeraZed, like the worst way BeraZed could be reacting to getting shot up by these drones? I think that is what I'm leaning towards.
He's not used to having 4 legs, so he falls on his ass.
Okay, I dig that. So you're off balance, basically. Yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah,
I'll take a maneuver to
die
stand.
to my next. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. And that brings us, I believe, back to the top, which is a PC slot.
I think that's back to BeraZed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, why not? It's
Oh
either
my
that or
god, what is going on? Shut up, you weakling! And he charges. He gets up and like tries to charge the last 2 guys in front of him.
Okay. Yeah. Do that with black die. 2. What is it? Melee 2 upgraded twice for ISCorp. I was right. It was or you were right. It is two reds.
Yeah, I thought so. Hold on.
They just don't have any melee range defense.
That's a failure. Blocks. That's canceled. Those are canceled. All right, so we have a canceled out 1 success and 3 advantages, and a despair.
Holy. Okay. All right.
Spares.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you.
rolling really bad tonight.
What would your normal damage be? Under BeraZed?
It would be. It would be 6.
Okay, I'm gonna increase that. I'm gonna add.
Or sorry, 5. It'd be 5.
I'm gonna add 3 strain damage to that because of the fact that you are a horrifying thing to behold at the moment, and being confronted with that directly is additionally straining.
Okay.
So it would be 5. Added 3 would be 8.
Okay.
Okay. That's gonna take one of them out. Yeah, that will take one of them out. I think the other one is just looking on in horror. How does this happen? Obviously you don't have to like murder these dudes. Like that's not necessarily a thing. But how does BeraZed dispatch this dude?
He's just gonna I've got enough advantage. I'm gonna crit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to demoralize everyone in the room by just tearing this guy in half.
Okay.
The little tiny Zed arms are trying to hold the big demon arms down so he can't do it because he doesn't want to kill people. But then the big arms just grab him and rip him in half.
And camera looks away.
Yeah, and the camera like looks away, and there's like something that shows that
there's a
like
shadow on the wall.
Blood splatter.
You just hear all of us going, "Oh my god, what?" No!
Yeah, it's horrifying. Why don't you roll the crit then for me?
I will. That's a percentile die, right?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Oof.
I think I'm gonna give you vicious 1 right now too.
Oh, cool.
Just because that's I feel like it. Because I'm scared of BeraZed right now, so sure.
Okay, give me a second. I don't have my percentiles on me, so we're gonna use an app. Sorry.
Using an app. I have some if you want me to do it.
I've got 10 or 15 right in front of me.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got an app.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is and you said vicious 1, so that's plus 10.
Oh.
So 74.
74. Hamstrung. Target loses their free maneuver until this critical injury is healed. Okay, so the person on the ground, I think you essentially step on them while you're doing this, so you are also like partially destroying one of their legs, and they're just stuck still, horrified, looking at this thing happen. And we will move to the next PC slot. Maybe that will be Ajax.
Okay, yeah. So somebody took shots at his master? Is that what I heard?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the drones did.
Yeah.
On the other
yeah,
side.
How high are the drones off the ground?
Like 4 feet. Easy for a wolf-sized dog at this point.
I mean, I've got.
They're not like
I could jump and get
they're
them.
like. Yeah, easy.
Okay, he'll try and take on a drone. Is that so? That's 2 red, yeah.
Yeah, that's ranged defense. So yeah, 2 red.
Okay. Cancel that. One of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes and no advantages or threats.
That's gross. All right, yeah. What's the total damage?
Wow.
So let's see. 12.
12. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, I think he jumps up and he crunches one into not working anymore. Just
he
leaps
does
up.
the dog shake thing.
Yeah, exactly. Grabs it. You guys see spark, the that very cinematic movie spark when machines are crunched, and like this blue light from within it, and he shakes it and then slams it into a wall and it just like shatters onto the ground. I think the other 2 drones like watch it happen and like they spin and they like look and you can hear them whir, and then they look back at Ajax and they kind of like shudder a little bit and like float back like a couple of inches. And I think they're actually going to go right now, and they're going to try and shoot Ajax because they're quite afraid.
No.
Afraid, that's not the right word for drones. They're machines. They're I don't know, something. They're not sentient.
Understand tactically that this is a threat.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. These are not sentient. I'm just going to get ahead of that right now just in case.
The fear is programmed. It's a function.
I guess, yeah. Okay, that is 1 success and 2 advantages. So that will be, I believe, 9 damage. Nope, sorry, wrong thing. 5 damage, pierce 2. And
okay, so
I have enough
2 soak.
Yes, yeah, pierces 2 soak, and I have enough to crit as well, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. So he takes 1 point of damage.
Wait, it's 5 pierce 2. What's his freaking soak?
Oh no, it's 5. He takes 2 points of damage.
Okay. Still, what's his freaking soak?
Yeah,
5.
what's the soak?
It's your
That's
bronze.
insane.
His bronze 5.
Alright.
All right.
Because you gave him a magic potion.
What have I done?
I don't know
Big
what you
scary-
did.
Uncorked
You
a
made big,
potion. That's what
scary
you did.
dog.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So that's a
Your face is
42
priceless.
becomes a 62. So, target is disoriented until critical injury is healed. What does disoriented mean, guys?
I happen to have Disorient right in front of me because I'm going to be using that next round. A weapon with Disorient can daze an opponent when a Disorient is triggered. One target hit by the attack, blah, blah, blah. Disoriented target adds a black die to all skill checks based on the Disorient value.
What's
Okay,
disorient
cool.
value?
For my
What
brass,
does that mean?
for my
so
brass
if you had
knuckles.
a weapon that was... Yeah.
For my
If
brass
it's
knuckles, it's
Disorient 1,
Disorient
it's
3.
1 black die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
his
okay.
adds 3 black die.
We'll just call it 1 then, because that, I don't see any reason to do beyond that. That's what the crit says. Cool. All right. Yeah. Ajax is disoriented. So I think what this looks like is they are shooting like trank darts into him. Kind of. Not quite. Like some of them, like I think one of them is shooting like a trank dart. The other one is shooting like these rubber bullets, trying to just like get him to stop. And so I think he's like a little drowsy and like a little bit like, dazed and all of that. Which brings us to another PC slot.
I'm going to grab a drone that was shooting bullets that is close to me and punch it with brass knuckles.
Okay, do that thing. Roll that thing. It's going to be against 2 upgraded twice, so 2 red. Yep.
This
Same
is
as
where we find out that Carl has like suppressed anger issues.
find out. I think we've known that.
So it gets 2 red. Okay, so if this fails, I have a talent called Natural where I can choose one of the pre-chosen skills that I was looking at earlier. I chose Brawl. If I fail, I can reroll it once per session. So let's see what happens.
Cool.
I don't want to fail.
Nice.
I want to beat this drone into subservience.
Yep.
Well, I don't think I have to worry about that. 4 successes, 1 disadvantage.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay. What's the total damage then?
Oh, yes. Well, it's brass knuckles, so I'm assuming the damage is my ability to do physical damage with my fist.
It's your
probably
brawn plus
Should be
whatever
brawn
the plus is.
Brawl.
Yeah.
So it should be
Should-
4 damage
Should have
Plus, is that with
plus
the
the
successes?
successes, so 8 damage. And then disorient 3. So they'll have 3 black dice on their next rolls
Okay.
if they survive.
Yeah, so you punch this thing into the wall. It's not quite hard enough to like shatter it, but you do clip one of its one of the propellers a little bit, so that is like it's like wobbling a bit, and it is definitely disoriented. This is the I believe the only remaining drone on that side that has ammunition.
Yeah,
so
it was.
is
I chose
disoriented
the
3.
one that was actually shooting. Screw
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I figured.
Stop it.
Okay, so that is gonna be. I'm gonna assume. I think I'm gonna take that drone and I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do that. the
First
drone you
use
just
of brass
disoriented.
knuckles. Woo!
And it is going to try and just shoot right back at you.
Have fun with your 3
3?
black dice.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Plus
what's your melee
range
range
defense
defense,
1,
Carl?
right?
I have to look.
Yeah, do you have one?
My melee. Yep, 1.
Okay, that sucks. Right. Well, it is going to attempt to aim. It's going to do still pretty darn badly. And I have to roll 2 more black dice. That's bad, guys.
So
That's a lot
looking
of
it up,
black
brass
dice.
knuckles do +1 to your brawn. So whatever your brawn is, +1.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
would have been 9 damage?
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's the same as BeraZed's claws.
Okay, same thing. He's still not dead. Okay, so currently that's 1 failure, 1 advantage. Gotta roll 2 more black dice. Okay, so just 2 failures straight up. So it just shoots wildly. You can see it's like wobbling. The gun is like destabilizing it, and it does not know how to like deal with all that. And the other one, obviously, the second one next to it is just out of ammo, so it's just like trying to shoot but doing nothing. And that is another PC slot.
I'm just gonna take aim and fire at the blinded people.
Okay, yeah, that sounds
like shooting fish in a barrel.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
It's
all right,
almost like I planned this.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The most tactically minded of all of us.
Yeah, Carl just
okay,
runs
yeah, so-
in throwing bottles of whatever and hitting things.
Normal difficulty, I believe 2 because you're short range with them. Actually, short. Okay, and upgraded twice, and then I'm gonna give you a blue die because they're blinded.
All right. And then I did use my maneuver to aim as well, so that's 1 more blue.
Excellent.
And blue did not show up in force. That is 4 success and a threat.
Okie dokie. That's pretty good. What's total damage?
Total damage is 10 damage, pierce 2.
Oh boy.
Ignore that armor, sir. Ow.
So it takes 5 to kill 1. So you will take out 2 of them with that. They're just like trying to clean their stuff off. They're starting to get like the stuff off of their visors and stuff, and they you can see them like start to be able to see, and they like start raising weapons and just immediately like pop, and just 2 of them immediately drop.
And then I strain to extra maneuver and like combat roll behind a table or something.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you like there's like those lab the lab counter things, so you like tuck and roll behind one of those. And
I love it. Carl's beating on a drone with his fist, and Goose is combat rolling through like a mercenary.
That brings us to Tyke.
Okay. So I think since I just saw Goose do that, I'm also going to try to combat roll, but it doesn't work. Like, I just sort of like flop down on the ground and then like shuffle up under a desk.
You just
like
you end up in the middle of the walkway and you have to scoot over.
Yeah, I just like hide somewhere because I'm like,
I love that we
I'm
don't
a
have to
real
roll
mess.
for this.
How many drones are still up?
There is 1 disoriented drone, 1 drone that is out of ammo, and 2 drones that are engaged with Ajax that are mostly fine.
Okay, I want to send all of them a new like target imperative, and I want it to be the tactical assault guys, just like anybody they see that looks like one of them.
Okay.
That's like a new objective.
Okay, it's going to be tough if you're doing it for all of them, I will say. But
yeah, I'm going to give it a try though.
I think I would call this probably average for you. And then because ISCorp for 2 and then 3 extra targets, it's upgraded 5 times. So it'll be 2 reds and 3 purples.
Oof.
He's had worse. He's had worse.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
He has had worse. This is a formidable.
Yeah, he definitely has had worse.
This is formidable. Yeah.
Yeah, technically formidable. Upgraded twice.
Oh man, that's weird. So 4 successes and 7 disadvantages.
Holy crap!
Wow, that's a lot.
How do you want to spend those?
That's
Zach?
basically a despair.
I know exactly what is going to happen with this.
Everything came up as a disadvantage. Like the opposing dice was just like it was the most number of disadvantages there could possibly be.
You could get.
I'm gonna put
New target uploaded. Steve Stevenson.
Okay, putting a little note here. Let me just add this new NPC in real quick. Very cool.
Fudge.
Okay, yeah. So, you definitely
But
succeeded this.
It did succeed.
Yes,
though.
it did succeed. So, so what happens is you project out. You start to change these things. Imperative. They immediately like lock on the two that Carl is next to. They lock onto the one guy in tack armor that is like laying on the ground like in really bad shape. The other two, they like move out of the way of Ajax and like aim towards the other group. And then you just hear a quiet alarm go off in the room that says tactical security breach, and you hear this whirring as the walls start to shift and change as another security feature comes into play, and a number of auto turrets begin to pull themselves out of the walls and target at the rest of you. And I'm gonna immediately go for them. So let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, real nasty. I mean, did you say 7 threats?
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot.
7 threats. That's
This,
so
this
many
sounds
threats.
appropriate for.
Yeah. So I'm gonna target 2 of you with these, and I'm gonna use this. What is this? Agility 3.
Yeah. You just got to
Dude,
go
okay,
big.
that's bad.
Like just
Go
do,
big or
you
go
do.
home.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goose and Tyke have both taken cover. So I'm going to target BeraZed and Carl. Each of you have the same thing. Carl has 1 melee.
Dodge and
One
weave,
ranged
dodge and weave,
defense.
dodge and weave.
So I'm going to do Carl first. That's wow. What? That sucks.
Duck and jive.
Oh my god! Really? Let me make sure I'm doing that right.
It's
Holy
you.
crap!
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
I did do
He
it wrong. I
moves the
missed
drone that
Okay.
he's beating on in front of the bullets.
This isn't going to change something, but I did miss a green die. Oh, and I should actually aim for them. Of course, that would be smart. Okay, let me do this. It's not going to change anything, but okay, that turns it from being 4 failures to being 1 failure. And instead of 2 advantages, they get 5 advantages.
Wow.
So that's a lot of advantages. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack BeraZed first before I figure out what that is because. Yeesh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upgraded twice. Do. Aiming against 2 purples. No range defense. I'm getting better at building dice pools, guys.
We had a video about that.
We did, yeah. That actually helped me a lot.
Yeah. I'm still awful at it.
Yep. See YouTube to learn how to build dice pools.
2 successes and another 5 advantages. Because apparently I roll like crap. Where is their damage? Do. Okay, it's real bad. Cool. Oh, cool. I'm gonna crit BeraZed. That's for darn sure. Can you crit multiple times? Is that a thing?
I don't think so on a single hit.
I didn't think so either. I just wanted to make sure.
What a horrible question to get from your game master.
I had 5 advantages. Okay,
But
so
Things that go bump
But
in
you
the
could
night.
crit and activate auto fire or something like that.
that's true. I think they do have actually auto fire. I just don't know what that means.
That auto fire would be very bad for us.
How many
is
turrets
it?
are there?
They're effectively there are like 2 groups of them. But I just it's really just 2, quote unquote.
Okay.
So it's like these 2 on either side of the room. These 2 like panels open up, and on each there's like this like array of turrets. So it's like 2 different panels. Like if you were playing Contra or whatever, you would attack the panel and it would destroy the whole thing basically.
Okay.
This is going to be real bad. I'm just saying right now. Where's the crit 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's no. Okay, I don't have auto fire on these. I also don't have. Okay. The damage is 12 total, but no pierce. So that's, like I said, bad. And I am going to crit you, BeraZed.
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
You down.
Which one of you is down?
Yeah, I'm really down. Actually, that's enough to put both of us down if we were at the same wounds when we transform.
Okay, so I want we need to figure out what you turn into then when you go down. But first, I'm going to crit you. Is this who I crit Ajax before? Okay. That's not bad.
So this is the first crit against me.
This is just you're just distracted. You can't perform your free maneuver during next turn. That doesn't matter. Okay, so really innocuous crit, but you do have the. I mean, you have been crit once. So yeah, what is? Let's figure out this BeraZed thing. So in the talent, I think it says that you become fully one or the other, determined randomly when you revert.
Yep.
How do you want to determine that randomly? What do you think? What do you think the thoughts and feelings about this?
We have percentile dice.
We do, in fact. We could do.
Just go
49, 50, and above.
Yeah.
Okay, who's high and who's low?
Well, I mean, demons are low, so we'll go with low.
Okay, that makes sense.
23. It's BeraZed.
Okay, so the form like I think we see like Zed's bits sucked into BeraZed's form, and like there's this like weird morphing, like he kind of turns into a goo for a little bit, but like still a body, and then when he falls all the way to the ground, it is BeraZed's unconscious form. And I think it's.
You see that. I refuse to look after seeing the Chimera effect last time. I'm punching a drone.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah, you're punching a drone. And I think he's slightly...
The good news the good news is anytime they fully transform, they heal all strain. But I'm still -6 wounds.
Ooh, that's not great. That's real not great. And so I think he's slightly smoking and burning too, just in the middle of the floor.
No, there's just bullet holes everywhere.
Yeah, it's real nasty. So that's gonna have to be taken care of. That's the auto turrets though, so that brings us to Fitz. Fitz is done downloading information. What do you guys want him to do? You guys are kind of in a different room from him, so I'm gonna take whatever you say with a grain of salt.
Turn off the auto turret.
I'm sure Fitz
off the auto
I'm
turrets.
sure Fit heard the tactical breach and the words.
I'm pretty sure he heard that.
Splat of a large body hitting the floor.
Okay, 5. Okay, that's 2 and 1, 2 and 2. Okay, that's okay. I got to do the. This one's gonna be hard as hell though. So he gets 2 automatic failures. So he definitely doesn't succeed. I need to figure out what his threats are though. That's 1 for that. Okay, yeah, he definitely does not succeed, but he has some. Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, okay, he has 1 advantage and a triumph, but he does not succeed in turning them off. Aside from anything that would disable them, you know what? Actually, I think I'll do this triumph in the background. I think I got it. Would you have an idea, Jacob?
Oh, my only idea was that they had torn up so much stuff in their last barrage that it was difficult for them to aim now. Like there's so much smoke.
There's debris in the way.
Just debris.
Yeah.
We can do that for the advantage. I'll give the auto turrets a black die on all of their attacks next round because there's so much debris and stuff, and they went so wild and crazy when they were like missing Carl and all that stuff that it's smoky and whatnot, and it's easier for you guys to see because you're humans. They're targeting reticules or whatever, like have trouble with it for some reason. So that works. I'm gonna do the triumph in the background. That will bring us to the final groups of TAC people. So the group that has been squeegeed is going to, let's see. So both of you did a tuck and dive roll. So Goose, you have cover. Tyke, you have cover. BeraZed's down. I think they
Carl's just standing there.
Yeah, I think they pretty quickly assess the situation, and I think they're going to break into two groups. One is going to move off and aim towards Carl. One is going to go towards Ajax, and they're going to shoot towards the those people. Three. What's the thing? Against the thing. Carl, you have one, right? One range defense.
Yeah. It feels so
outline
small
of bullet
right
holes
now.
around Carl. Yeah, it does.
It's like just around him, like cartoon style.
Oh my god! I just have to say it's really good that they broke off into groups, because this would have been so much worse. It's already bad, but it would have been so much worse. I think I rolled the wrong things too.
Why are we in here?
It's pretty bad right now.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
It's not going well.
Yeah, this is not going good.
Oh, guys, you'll be happy to know I rolled one extra green die, so I'm gonna re-roll the one that I did roll. It's still probably, yeah, okay. So I still do hit, but it's not nearly as bad. So, it's 9 damage, instead of 13, which it would have been, and I don't have enough to crit, so just 9 damage, straight up and down. To you, Carl, sir. And I will now do the other one, Ajax.
Wait, is
okay,
Carl still up?
Oh yeah, that's the first time
Yeah, I
Carl's
think
been
he's
hit.
fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's a thick boy.
They do not succeed, but they do get a triumph.
Against Ajax?
Oh boy. Against Ajax, yeah.
Wait, how many of these
oh,
tactical how many of these
Actually, hold
tactical
on.
guys are there? Isn't there just like the one and then the guy who has had his leg stomped on?
There's a group of 4 that just split into 2 groups of 2, and then there's the
okay.
guy that had his leg stomped on. These are the 2 groups of 2.
Okay.
And I forgot that triumphs act as successes, so that is actually going to hit him, which means I'm going to hit Ajax and crit him. So that's 9 damage on Ajax also.
Can you stop kicking my dog?
Okay, I'll stop kicking him and I'll shoot him instead.
Wow.
Oh no.
I would feel bad, but you guys have been stomping all over all of this, so I don't feel bad yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm adding 10 to this.
Number 2.
This is bad.
Well, you get 10 because he's already been critted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm adding 10 to that because it's a 97, which is crippled. No. One of the target's limbs selected by the GM is impaired until this critical injury is healed. Increased difficulty of all checks that require use of that limb by 1. Oh boy. I mean, he only has the 4 legs, so
yeah, he's got 4 legs.
I think, let's see, dogs use their hind legs to like kick things away. They use their front legs to like push stuff away. Which is more for jumping? Probably the hind legs, right?
Hind legs.
Yeah. So one of his hind legs is going to be injured. So these 2 guys like take aim and shoot around there, and without getting into details, they tear up his hip a little bit, and it's just a little bit weak now. He's now been crit twice. I'm coming around the other way. I'm starting to feel real bad now. While this is happening, I would like to mention, contrary to what's going on, obviously ISCorp is evil. We at RPGs Anonymous love puppers and kidders, and we do not condone animal violence in any way, shape, or form. Ajax is going to be fine. The one that runs the evil corporation, Ajax is going to be fine, okay? F these guys that are trying to kill our poodle, okay? just unilaterally, all right?
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a potion involved.
Yeah, luckily there's a potion involved, but I am going to screw you guys over as much as possible while I can. Okay, so
it's like
PSA.
Pokemon. He's just going to faint.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Quiet. It's like Pokemon. Yeah, we're going to make our dogs fight, and that's questionable, but they're going to be okay afterwards. Oh boy. Oof is right.
Because he wants to train to be the very best.
Yes. Okay, so the guy that was stomped on, he is going to try and leave. He is legitimately trying to
Game
GTFO.
over.
This is not what he expected you guys would be like. He thought you guys were just like recruits that were going on. Now there's a monster, there's guns, there's just all sorts of stuff going on. There's a giant poodle.
A demon laying next to him. So yeah, that sounds about
yeah, there
right.
is a demon laying next to him. So he's going to try and leave, and I think that is going to create an advantage for you guys in some way. And I want to know what that looks like.
I want to use the turrets against him.
What?
I wanted to use Primal and use my crook and reach out and turn the turrets towards them, so when they fire next round, it shoots those agents.
I don't know how him leaving is going to help you with that, though.
Don't know. That's my plan.
Ajax could get an attack of opportunity.
He drops his security clearance badge.
Also, what are the drones doing?
Not much right now because it's not their turn yet,
Yeah,
but
it's not
they
their
will
turn.
be following your instructions.
It's not my turn yet either. I just let you know.
alright.
this is
You
what I'm gonna
succeeded
try
on
to
that
do.
there, so they're going to shoot stuff.
I do think you could make it so, because we've already established that it's kind of hazy, so maybe one of the turrets does mistake his movement for, like, it can't tell that it's not the right target.
Yeah, if you want these turrets to turn on this dude, I will do that. That is totally up to y'all. If that's the decision you're making. So yeah, I'll give you the choice. Either he drops something as he's leaving that will be helpful to you guys going forward, or these turrets are going to get confused and shoot at him. And one of the two turrets is going to be preoccupied with shooting him this round.
He drops a perfectly good ISCorp jacket for Zed to wear.
I mean, that could make sense because BeraZed was standing on him when he like got shot up, and so BeraZed is just like laying on him partially, so that the jacket is like, yeah, he has to like get out of the jacket. So BeraZed is currently laying on a jacket that will roughly fit Zed when he wakes up. I dig that. That works.
Nice.
And that is, I believe, the bottom of the order, which will bring us then to the top of the order, which is a PC slot.
I'm
Heard
use,
Happily, and this is
I'm going to use Primal Magic
Initiative.
and a crook, and I'm going to reach out and grab one of those
Yes.
wall turrets and aim it towards the guys that are shooting us.
You mentioned that you were going to do this, and when you said it, I was like, "Oh, this is weird," but I didn't think about you actually doing it. Let's call this. Let's see. Okay, using Primal. So, to be clear, you're not trying to take these things over because you're not Tyke.
Nope.
So you're trying to physically move them, basically, so that when they shoot the other guys.
Yeah, and
okay.
Basically, I have the ability to do one of them. I'm not going after both of them.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let me find them real quick. Again, because I'm bad at this, so I gotta find their stuff. I think this is gonna be probably a primal against their brawn, right? Am I crazy for thinking that?
I have no idea. I mean,
yeah, you're trying to turn them against their will. Sounds right.
Yeah, because you're like physically trying to move them, so it's like a strength contest against the thing. So, with that being said, these guys are real freaking strong. But they don't have. Okay, so it will be up against 4 purples. Trying to decide if this is upgraded because of ISCorp. I think so. I'm just gonna stick with it. Yeah, upgrade. So 2 reds, 2 purples. Yep. I'm gonna stick with my guns. Literally.
2 reds, 2 purples. I have a nice little skill called Knack for it that gives me 2 blue die for using Primal. So I have 4 greens, 2 yellows, 2 blues.
Don't die.
I'm stunned.
What happened?
Well, it's 8 advantages and 1 success.
What?
Wow.
1 success. So it did it. Cool.
Whoa.
I
Okay,
had
so yeah,
so
deal
many
your
dice
damage.
drop doubles. Wow.
I will say these things are not super tough, they're not super hard to kill, but they are super tough.
Now I was confused on damage on this one. What would you want me to use?
It'd be so basically
Primal?
like everything. So use not your primal, your the stat, the actual characteristic.
Okay.
Plus the advantages or plus the success.
The success. So it's 3 damage. 3.
Okay.
Tres.
Okay, cool. So the good news is that you are definitely going to like succeed in forcing this thing to forcing this bank of turrets. When they try and attack one of you guys, they're actually going to be attacking the ISCorp people. 8 advantages.
9.
It's 100%. 9. Okay, yeah, it's 100%. The bad news is that is not enough damage to get past its soak. So you don't actually hurt it at all. You do hear like the grinding a little bit as like the gears and whatever move, but it doesn't seem to damage it at all.
Totally understandable. Again,
so
movie
second
hero
PC
magic. Carl's confused. This works every
Movie
time I
heroes.
watch it on TV.
Yeah, man. When I watch a movie, this is great. Can't think of action movies off the top of their head. Next PC slot. Who's up?
Oh, I want to go.
Aha.
Okay, yeah, go do that.
Because you might just tell me no, but
That's always a risk.
I really want to just try to hack the entire security system and either redirect it towards the tactical guys or just send it into some like diagnostic mode.
Hack the
Okay.
world.
Yeah. You can do either depending on your degree of success. You can choose basically which, but
Okay.
so I will say this is going to be hard.
Yeah, but I'm better. I'm better at this stuff though, and
it is definitely in your wheelhouse.
and I'll be dropping to 0 strain.
Oh man.
I'm using that
No.
talent.
Of course you will be. Of course you will be. Okay. So yeah, I was gonna put this at hard before. When you said that you wanted to hack the system, but then you said the whole thing, so I think I kind of have to put it at daunting.
Okay.
Upgraded twice for ISCorp. So 2 reds, 2 purples, but now you're getting into Fitz's systems. So you will have also 2 black dice and 2 automatic failures at the end.
2 automatic failures. So cancel out the 2 automatic successes I get. All right.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Still.
Ah.
All right. This is still.
We start with a wash, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll.
No, this is still doable. Because this is not the first time I've gone against Fitz defenses. We are comparably matched. Like it is weird how antithetical of characters we like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is
created.
Oh. Man. All right.
This is so wild.
That doesn't sound good.
So, sorry, the ad came up.
Did you use your, are you using your talent also?
Yeah. So this is 4 successes and 2 disadvantages.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This whole scene's been a roller coaster, y'all.
Yeah, for real. It has. 2 successes and 4 disadvantages, or 4 successes and 2 disadvantages?
4 successes.
4 successes and 2 disadvantages.
So you are very successful. So I will let you choose which you do, whether you shut down the whole security system for essentially this entire floor, or if you turn it against ISCorp. I'm leaving it 100% up to you.
Oh, I'm going to totally turn it against ISCorp.
Okay, very cool. All right, so I think essentially what that means is that for the purposes of the drones and auto turrets, you guys are now ISCorp personnel, and ISCorp personnel are now you guys. So they will basically treat you oppositely.
Yes.
And again, that's drones and auto turrets, and that I'm not going to tell you guys.
That makes it easier for me to actually turn it the right way, then, right?
Yeah, I think as soon as that happens, like you are like straining with your crook and flail against this thing to like force it into the thing, and then it just slams towards the guys, towards the other people. And because it is an NPC slot, I'm gonna move the auto turrets here.
Carl just generally thinks he's really good at this. Thanks, man.
Also,
and
Zed does not need to put that jacket on now.
That's true. Though it would give him the 1 melee range defense.
We'll just turn it inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the turret slams over, and the turrets are going to make their attacks on the running. Wait, no, not the running guy because he dropped the jacket. So they're just all going to attack the guys, the two groups in tack armor now. This is not going to go well for them. I'm just saying right now.
You mean for the tack guys or for the...
It's not
for
gonna
the
go
tack
for
guys,
well, for
yeah.
the tack guys.
It's going to go...
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Ay. 2, 1 melee range defense. Not going well. Oh boy. Okay, they do hit. That's so much damage, guys. It's just so much damage. That's 11, which means so one group is totally mowed down. Just 100% mowed down. Other group, same, totally mowed down. So yeah. So you Carl, you grab this thing, you point it towards it's this struggle, and it just slams into place. And then the auto turrets just light up these two remaining groups in tack armor and just absolutely drops them.
Vulcan mini cannon style. Bert.
Nice.
We're gonna end probably on those disadvantages, and I'm not gonna use those disadvantages here because that would just be too easy. I'm going to use those disadvantages instead over at the blackout zone. So I think these turrets shoot and they light up these tack guys. The drones immediately also, I guess, technically turn onto your side because they're part of the security system at the moment anyway. And they were already fighting the dudes. You dropped to 0 strain, so we will resolve that next time. Dealing with your talent and everything. But basically the combat area for you guys quiets out because there's just a guy that's running. And we can deal with that also next time. So things sort of settle down, and I think Fitz walks into the room and he says, "We've made a mistake."
Oh, that room's a war zone.
I'm not talking about this room. And I'm not talking about this war zone. And he presses a button. You see there's a little remote in his hand, and he presses it towards some of the stainless steel panelings on the side of the lab, and they flip around and these screens show up, and sort of like fizzling into a view is the CCTV style footage, like higher quality, but there's this just big radius. You can see they're like looking out from the blackout zone, and there's just this sea of people going through, and you can see some football members. You can see the float. The float has been absolutely destroyed. It is in the middle of the field. These people are these thousands of people are just spread out. You can see that people are running. There's no sound, which is somewhat more horrifying because you can see there are a half dozen horrors have fallen upon these people, and they are just trampling through everything. People are running, people are ostensibly screaming. It is absolute chaos. And you can see at the very back, at the edge of this CCTV footage, there are these ISCorp teams who are definitely preparing to take on these horrors, but because it is convenient for them, they are doing nothing at the moment. They are just letting them run rampant and watching the scene of chaos. And you guys watch that scene, and we cut to black.
I'll say
that's where we're going to end for
record
today.
it all.
Yeah.
As we cut out.
All right. Yeah, good job, guys.
Oh, block.
Well done. Great session.
There's a guy torn in half. There's a guy with a hole in his chest, and there's
I should've
4 bloody corpses. Just kind of.
Yeah, I should have just hacked the security system from the get-go.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was
Oh.
the situation. Just every time I think we're at rock bottom, turns out there's another level.
It gets worse, yeah. Well, I basically since episode 6, I've entered into an Empire Strikes Back mentality. Until we get to the moment where one of your guys' hands are cut off, like proverbially, I'm gonna keep pushing that, and then we can come back from it.
You did that to the dog.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming. We appreciate you guys being in the chat, participating. It's a good night for participation. We really love it. check out our Discord. You can join and talk with us in the general. I sound like a robot now, but we do talk. We interact with people. You can join our Twitter. Right now, we're taking magic item submissions specifically for this game. Trying to see some stuff that we might check out in the next couple episodes or something. So if you want to submit those, go check us out. We are at RPGsAnonymous 1. Check out our YouTube for the back catalog for our show, our original soundtrack, and our 2 YouTube series that are going on. There should be another new episode of that out a few days before this goes live. So that should be available. You guys have anything else to plug? Anything else to mention?
Shout out once again to our friends over... this is a bad shout out.
Snyder's.
Shout out to Snyder's Return.
Yeah.
They're a cool podcast from across the pond.
I love
once
the
we're done with
look
these
in your
plugs.
face.
Trying to get to the plug. Yeah, they're cool guys.
I started that really hoping one of you would cut in.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I do that all the time, and usually I'm just met with.
Yeah, it's usually us staring at you.
So once we're done here, we'll play a quick promo from them. They're cool guys. Check out their podcast. It's quite fun. They play D&D 5e. Anything else to mention?
Within the next couple of weeks, episode 2 of the Ace of Clubs is going to drop, covering, I believe it's Animal Farm, or no, it's 1984.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
1984.
Delicious. All right, well, we that sounds good. Check those things out. Check us out where we said before, and we will see y'all in the multiverse.
Snyder's Return is a tabletop role-playing podcast featuring interviews and a D&D 5e actual play adventure, so you can learn about different game systems and content creation, while also listening to us disrupt everyday life on the Sword Coast. We release episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on your podcasting platform, so come join us as we improvise, adapt, and overcome.